everyone, and welcome to Evolve Yourself TV. I am Agni James, and today we will be doing some meditation. It's one of the big things we do here on Evolve Yourself TV. We do meditation, we talk philosophy, we talk about all sorts of stuff. I like to go and talk about things that are more internal to one's being as opposed to things in the external world. You can, if you want to talk to someone about something in the external world, you can go, to your talk with your coworker about whatever's happening at work, or whatever big war is going to be occurring, or whatever virus is plaguing the planet. But here we go inside to a place of peace, love, and joy. So yeah, I dig this place. I enjoy being connected with all of humanity. I enjoy the place where there is no differences and no separation between people. And that's a good feeling. And it's good to know that we can always go there. We can always go to that place of wholeness within ourselves and access that light. Because at the end of the day, what's it about, right? What's this world about? Well, there's a lot of different answers to that. Philosophers have proposed many different solutions to that riddle throughout the centuries, right? There have been many religious scholars and prophets that have claimed they've known the answer. But at the end of the day, it comes down to being good to your fellow human beings, being a kind, loving human being, and being good to yourself. And there's a lot of negativity that's even manifested in the world about being good to yourself. Some people don't even think it's good to be good to oneself, but it's always important to treat yourself well. And it's always important to be there for yourself, to be there for those you love, to be there for yourself, and just to have a decency for the people around you. We need to do that. We need that in life. All right. With all that being said, how is everyone doing today? I hope everyone's well. It is 7:15 p.m. Actually 7:14 p.m. Central Time, and it's a Friday. Where I'm at. It's a Friday, so it feels good. It feels good to be done for the week. Well, I do teach one chess class tomorrow, but for the most part, I'm done for the week, and that always feels good. You get that break. You can just relax, catch up on any stuff you needed to get done that you couldn't get done during the work week, and just kind of enjoy life. So that's where I'm at right now. Hello, Rip and Tears. How are you doing? I hope you're well tonight, or today, wherever you're at. Yeah, it's good to see you. We're going to be doing some meditation in just a little bit, and right now we're doing a little talking. Actually, I guess I'm the one doing a little talking. You're sad, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, friend. If you'd like to talk about it, you're welcome to. This is a place of open and honest communication. Just don't turn out to be some kind of troll that's like going to be saying some really ridiculous stuff. I'd say you're trying to play FF14 login time is ridiculous today. Oh, okay. You're trying to play Final Fantasy 14 login time. Well, yeah, I'd be sad too, man. Or a girl. You're trying to get your one of your favorite games to start up, and you got to wait forever, and it just takes a long time. Yeah, that would totally bum me out. I'm a big chess player. Chess is my favorite game in the world. So usually there's a game that starts up right away, but every once in a while you get lag, and then it's a little frustrating. Wow, 4,000 players ahead of you? That's crazy. I've never had that, Rip and Tears. I've always had maybe a couple minute delay at most, but 4,000 people ahead of you. That's wild. Yeah, I've never played Final Fantasy 14 actually. I actually, I was like the one guy who didn't play Final Fantasy in my friend group. I just watched everyone else play. But from what I hear, it's pretty amazing, right? There were 10,000 people ahead of you. I can't even imagine that. Let's see, the new expansion just came out. There you go, right? All right, okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was going to say, who's going to release a game and not make it compatible with the large number of people that are going to want to play, right? But yeah, if the new expansion just came out, then there's probably a ton of hype. The servers are all slow, a lot of lag, and people are just trying to do their best, right? It's crazy, yeah, because it's only early access, absolutely. Well, it'll be interesting once they get it up and running in a more permanent fashion. It'll be interesting to see if they can actually get it such that they can handle they have enough bandwidth to handle all the people that want to play. Yeah, imagine once it's fully out. I mean, that is totally wild, right? That's totally wild. Well, Final Fantasy's always been one of the top games, you know? Like, I mean, everyone, you know, in video games knows Final Fantasy, and most people are into it. At least most people in my circles. You know, they've at least tried it or experienced it or have a good friend that's into that world, right? So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen when it's fully out. I should actually go check it out. I should just check out someone streaming it. Or like some YouTube videos of it because I don't think I've seen much of number 14. But yeah, it would be cool to know more about it at some point. All right, well, yeah, we're gonna start a meditation in just a minute. Yeah, I'm drinking right now. We got the same mindset going. Uh, I think that's funny. I think I started drinking before you actually redeemed your hydrate. I think that was weird, right? Like, didn't I start my drink before you? Yeah, it wasn't. I was drinking before you even redeemed that. That's wild. Or maybe it was just before it popped up on my screen. But still, we were like somehow connected. We were on the same page with that. Hey, JT Farms is here. How is it going? Good to see you. JT Farms, my channel Shaman or Sha Woman, super powerful poet and positive force. I love hanging out with her. I love that she's here in Twitch. She gave me this actually. She sent me this fire quartz in the mail. Like such a beautiful stone, such a beautiful gem. And I've been keeping it with me for my meditations. Let's see. You're drinking coffee now, ripping tears. Yeah, you know what? I was tempted to drink some coffee earlier today, but I actually did not. I had a small glass of tea. There was a period of time where I was drinking a lot of coffee, and I haven't gone back to it because I don't know. I like to mix things up. You know, if you do something for a long time, it's good sometimes to then abstain from doing it for a while, and then you appreciate it more when you come back to it. So we'll see what happens with that. You're from Buffalo, New York. Oh, nice, cool, yeah. I know I barely know anything about Buffalo, New York. I know I've seen the movie Buffalo '66. I don't know if you've seen that. It's a movie. It's a pretty bizarre esoteric movie about Buffalo, New York, and Vincent Gallo like and getting released from prison in Buffalo. But it was a good movie. It was actually something I really enjoyed. And then let's see what else. You guys got the Bills. Are you a big Bills fan? I don't. I mean, that's like about the extent of my knowledge of Buffalo. I know that one of the guys in my philosophy graduate program was from Buffalo, New York, and he was like the biggest Bills fan I've ever met by far in my life. The guy, lived, breathed, and sweated Bills everything, and that was like his part of his world. It was so weird. He was like half all football and like half all philosophy. I haven't met many people that are like that are like 50-50 football and philosophy. Usually those are kind of don't really go hand in hand together. But he was the breakthrough in that. Um, let's see. JT, you said you had a triple shot of espresso this morning. You're still wired as fuck. Yeah, I mean espresso can do that to you, right? Like every time. I mean, I have never got big into espresso, but when I have had it in the past, it's always perked me up and made me ready to go. Right? You feel pretty wired. I've never had a triple shot though. But I'm sure. I mean, I'm really sensitive to caffeine, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea if I did, to be honest. Let's see. We got Bush Kangamoo. It's odd. Recently, you've been coming across quartz everywhere you hike, and you have been collecting them as you come across them. Nice, cool. Well, yeah. I mean, that is interesting. Sometimes it's like that. Sometimes there's something that you haven't come across a lot, or haven't come across a lot recently, and then all of a sudden it just kind of manifests in your life, and it's everywhere. Yeah, now you've been coming across it a lot in your life, and now you see it on stream, right, with the fire quartz, right? Quartz is a pretty cool gem. I like it. I didn't even know there was such a thing as a fire quartz until JT Farms sent me one, and I've been digging it ever since. I feel like it kind of centers me. You can believe what you want about gems and crystals, but I think there's something to it. Who knows, right? Or maybe I'm totally wrong. You never know. Let's see. Uh, Bush Kangaroo, you said for seemingly no reason. Yeah, sometimes it's like that. Sometimes you just come across something all of a sudden. Let's see. Oh, you're in Australia. All right, cool. Oh, yeah, Relect. Relect is awesome. That's cool. Yeah, I love Relect. He's such a cool dude, man. I love how he's just out like in the Australian outback, just like roaming around, just doing all sorts of interesting stuff. And He has these amazing like nature scenes, and he's always doing weird stuff. I remember one time he had like a bunch of antennas like duct taped to the back of his back, or it was like the ATV he was on or something, and he was getting reception. And he was streaming while he was rolling through the countryside. It was a pretty amazing thing. Relect is a cool dude. Oh, I'm sorry, I just got Relect with confused with another guy, an actual streamer from Australia. I don't know why I said that, but it's because Relect is Australian too. I got him confused with Spochi, I think. So oh well. All right, let's see. JT, you say you're no good with caffeine either, but you need it. Yeah, some days you like it's like that. Some days you only get a couple hours of sleep. You get up, you might feel good initially, but then it's like, oh shit, I got to be up for the next 14 hours, and I'm passing out, right? So you take a little bit of caffeine to keep you going, right? All right. Okay. Well, I don't want to chat. I don't want to chat too much. I want to just hop into meditation because that's what I feel is most important. I feel like we can do the most work by going internally into ourselves and experiencing the love and oneness within. Because when we go externally in the world, there's nothing but chaos and misery, and every news headline basically makes you think that the world's going to end tomorrow. But then you look outside and the grass is still green and everything's okay for the most part. So I prefer to go within and experience the truth of our own being as opposed to the what's going on in the external world. So, all right, I come out very intense with high energy, and then we slow things down and we go within our hearts to find the peace that exists in our inner selves. So you'll want to find a comfortable seated position. You can sit on the ground in lotus pose. You can sit cross-legged, or you can sit in a chair. The main thing is to find a seated position that is comfortable for you. And then gently close your eyes and take a few deep breaths on your own. I have a Buddhist chant that I play that has a chime that rings every 2 seconds, and you can use that to help regulate your breath count. Take a few more deep breaths on your own while maintaining good posture. Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Stay focused on your breath. Inhale, gently raising your belly. Exhale, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out, gently lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on your breath count. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. The breath calms the body, and the body calms the mind. Be mindful of your breath. Visualize yourself sitting on a mountaintop in lotus pose. The clouds move through the sky beneath you. Two clouds merge into one, and one cloud separates into two. You watch as the clouds move through the sky and disappear over the horizon. Those clouds are like your thoughts. Thoughts come into being, exist for a while in conscious awareness, and then disappear from your mind. That is the nature of human thought. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. The breath calms the body, and the body calms your mind. Be mindful of your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky and disappearing over the horizon. Returning your awareness to your breath count. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego which would obscure your third eye sight. Keep your awareness on your breath. Your foundational essence is love. Love is manifested as light. Your purpose is to shine your light on others. Awakening the inner light within them. And they will shine their light on all whom they encounter. Until all of humanity is glowing radiantly once again. And the need for time, separation, and division will vanish. As we return to a state of eternal monism. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Focus on your breath. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky and disappearing over the horizon. Returning your awareness to your breath count. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Keep your awareness on your breath count. On your next breath, travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. Go to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love emanating from that location. Feel the warmth that surrounds your love. Feel the pulsation and the vibration of your love. Allow it to blossom within your heart. Allow the love to continue its manifestation into pure light, so that it shines from you in every direction throughout your room. Your room is now lit by your holiness, by your perfection. You can light the world. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Keep your attention on your breath count. When thoughts arise in your mind, visualize them as clouds moving through the sky and disappearing over the horizon. Returning your awareness to your breath count. On your next breath, travel down again to the region of your heart chakra. Feel the love that emanates from that location. Feel the warmth that is given off by your love. Feel the perfect peace that resides there. In that place, you exist in a state of pure oneness. For no division and separation can enter your home. Everything in the external world is based on separation and division. That is the nature of dualistic consciousness. But in meditation, we travel down beneath the level of conscious awareness. We go to the place of pure love and oneness within us. We go to the space of eternal monism. And we come to remember who we truly are. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego, which is pernicious to your emotional well-being. Keep your awareness on your breath count. On your next breath, travel down to your center point. Go to the place within in which all peace and love resides. Feel that love emanating throughout your center. And feel the warmth that surrounds your love. That place has been given to you for eternity. For you are one with that love. Inhale. Exhale, traveling down even deeper into that love. Breathe in. Breathe out, going further down to the center point of all your love. Stay there for a while. Give yourself permission to experience the perfect peace that resides there. Allow yourself to experience the love that bubbles up from within. For you are worthy of that love. As you were created, you are one with your Creator. Just like your Creator, you are divine and perfect in every way. It is only the ego which would tell you that you're not worthy. And the ego which would try to belittle you. For the ego's existence depends on making you feel small and weak. So it attacks you at every chance it gets. But in reality, the ego does not exist. For reality is set in eternity, and the ego cannot enter eternity. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefits. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego, which would obscure your third eye vision. Keep your awareness on your breath count. On your next breath, travel back down to your center point. The place of monism where only love is welcome. In that place, you experience divine bliss. In that location, you experience perfect peace. That place has been given to you for all of eternity. As you continuously flow from the source of all creation. Like ink from a pen that has an unlimited supply, you seep out onto the page and write your own story. But in the end, everyone comes back home to the place of perfect love. For they awaken from the dream state and remember who they truly are. In this place of perfect monism, people remember their divine purpose. and they shine brightly on all whom they encounter. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all doubt and insecurity from your being. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Allow yourself to sink deeper into your love. The ego will tell you that you're not perfect. But the ego is insane. You flow eternally from the source of all creation. As you are an extension of that source. And you are perfectly connected with all of humanity. For your core being is identical to them. And while the ego would tell you otherwise, in reality, you are one with all of creation. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that does not serve you well. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all that is of no benefit. Inhale, filling your vessel with pure love and light. Exhale, releasing all residual ego from your mind. Breathe in, allowing the love and light to permeate your skin and fill up your room. Breathe out, releasing all that would tell you that you're not worthy. You are divine. You are eternal. Nothing can ever harm the perfectly innocent. And despite whatever you do within the dualistic dream state, you are perfect innocence. I see only the love and light that flows deep within you. For all else will fade over time. Your identity is not linked with your beliefs or your body. For your identity was not created by yourself. You flow eternally from the source of all creation. And nothing will ever change that fact. And your purpose is to extend your love in all directions. Awakening the inner love in all whom you encounter. And as they awaken from this dream state, they will shine their love on all whom they encounter. Until all of creation is glowing radiantly as one once again. And the ego, which would tell you that you're not worthy, will disappear into the nothingness from which it spawned. Coming from nothing, the ego will always be nothing. The only power it has is the power you give it. It tries to make you weak and feel small and feel inadequate. For the weaker you become, the stronger it gets. But when you choose to accept your own perfection, and allow yourself to experience the perfect love within inside. The ego will shrink away into oblivion. And it will no longer feed off of you. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all anxiety from your being. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Focus on your breath. One of the keys to unlocking love's presence is forgiveness. In this next part, we'll do a little forgiveness work. Start out by envisioning yourself smiling. And keep your attention on yourself. As you visualize yourself, notice what facial expression you're making. Be aware of your posture and body language. As you look at yourself, do you experience perfect love? Or do you feel something else? Inhale through your nose, gently raising your belly. Exhale through your mouth, gently lowering your belly. Breathe in through your nose, gently raising your abdomen. Breathe out through your mouth, gently lowering your abdomen. Keep your awareness on yourself. Notice again your emotional response when you visualize yourself. Do you feel overwhelming love? If you don't, there's a perfectly good reason for this. that reason is because you chose to buy into the ego. The ego would tell you that you're not perfect. The ego would make you think that you are small. But how can what extends throughout all of eternity be tiny? And how can the eternally divine be small? The ego is insane, and that is the good news. And if you choose to let it go, your sanity will be restored. For you are flawless in every way imaginable. For you eternally flow from the source of all creation. And nothing can ever change that. As you visualize yourself, choose to forgive yourself. Choose to let go of whatever you think you may have done. For by letting go of delusion, you come to remember who you truly are. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all that is of no benefit to you. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all ego, which would obscure your third eye vision. You are divine. On your next breath, visualize someone who you at once were angry with. Picture someone whom you hold a grudge against. As you picture them, visualize them smiling. As you release them from your grudge. For lack of forgiveness makes you a prisoner to them. And you have become your own jailer. But you are worthy of the utmost perfection and peace in your life. So let them go and reclaim your sanity. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all fear and worry from your mind. Breathe in. Breathe out, letting go of any residual ego. Focus on yourself. In this next part, we'll explore the difference between your right mind and your ego. For by being better able to recognize your ego, it will be easier to let it go. Focusing on yourself, notice any thoughts that appear in your mind. search for any thoughts that seem to distract you from your perfect peace. The ego is like a fisherman who's trying to bait you with negative thoughts. It pollutes your mind's ocean with plastic debris. And as you swim through the ocean of life, will you be baited? Or will you recognize the hooks and avoid them so that you may be free? Whenever a thought arises in your mind that makes you feel sad, that is an ego thought. Whenever a thought manifests in your mind that makes you feel small, that is also a thought of the ego. When a thought arises in your mind that makes you feel insecure, that is also bait that the ego is trying to catch you with. Whenever a thought arises in your mind that tells you you're not good enough, do not allow the sharp hook of that ego thought enter your being. All thoughts that make you feel small or unworthy are ego thoughts. All thoughts that make you feel weak or insecure are also ego thoughts. All thoughts of the ego are wholly insane. And because they're insane, if you let them go, you can return your peace of mind. Forgive yourself. You are perfect. Forgive yourself. You are divine. Because you are eternal and immutable, nothing can ever harm you. Even though the ego tries to tell you otherwise. The ego would tell you that everything is a danger to you. For the more afraid that you become, the stronger the ego grows. When you sever your attachment to ego thinking, you extend throughout all of creation, lighting everything in your path. And the ego, being darkness, cannot survive here. For where there is light, there can be no darkness. Inhale. Exhale, releasing all stress and tension from your body. Breathe in. Breathe out, releasing all stress and tension from your mind. Gently open your eyes and return to the present moment. Bringing with you the peace from this meditation throughout the remainder of your day. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here with me and sharing this sacred space. I am honored and humbled to be here as your meditation guide. By working together, we can let go of any residual ego that causes you discomfort. And we can allow the lights within us to shine and awaken the light in others. Thank you so much. All right. I hope you all feel a little more rejuvenated, a little fresher than when we started this meditation. That was a long one. That's the longest meditation that I've done on Twitch. So if you participated in that, you should be proud of yourself. That was over an hour and 20 minutes long. And yeah, you all did incredible. The energy here was beautiful. I felt all of you. I felt all of your love, all of your perfection shining through. We don't need to allow the ego to control us. We're better than that. We just need to accept that. That's the hard part. We've been told our whole lives by ego thinking that we're not good enough, that we're not adequate, that we're small, that we're whatever. The ego will do whatever, will say whatever it can to try to make us feel tiny and insecure. But in reality, we are greatness and we are perfection in reality. So we're going to cleanse ourselves of the ego. We're going to dislodge that hook from us, and we're gonna let it go because we choose freedom. We all want freedom in the end. We don't want to be slaves anymore. We don't want to be in bondage. We want freedom, and we're gonna achieve that. Okay. Hey, One Sluggy, good to see you. Good to see you, One Sluggy. You've been coming around a lot lately, man. I really appreciate you. I just want you to know that. I really appreciate you, and I'm glad that you're doing the self-work to get what you want out of life. You know, it's so important to do this training, and I'm grateful for you. And JT, Holy Om, yeah, I love it. I love it, right? I feel so recharged. I feel so much, so rejuvenated, so much more fresh after that, right? We need that stuff. We can't let that ego cling to us. It's a parasite. We need to let that host, let that bloody parasite go, expel it from our being. Then we can do that via forgiveness. We got to forgive ourselves. It's funny, a lot of times it's easier to forgive other people even than it is to forgive ourselves. But once we do forgive ourselves, the ego just vanishes. It's gone. It has nothing to latch onto. And we're going to do it. And let's see. Hey, Kitten's Kung Fu is here. Wow, Kitten's Kung Fu. All right, man. I always get so excited when I see her around. Let me give a big shout out to Kitten's Kung Fu. He is a phenomenal streamer here on Twitch. I have the post-meditation Zen feeling going right now. I can barely type right now. I'm feeling so pumped up. Kung Fu, right? That's how you spell it. I always feel so happy after these meditations. It just bubbles up inside of me, and it just goes everywhere. Kitten's Kung Fu is such an amazing human being. He's a streamer here on the fitness and health community on Twitch, and he's from Chicago. He's a fellow Chicagoan, Chi-Town, and more importantly than that, he has an amazing cat named Mia, and she is such a beautiful, beautiful cat. And in addition to that, he also, and that's the picture. That's the picture of his cat right there. So it looks exactly like his cat too. So definitely check out Kittens. He does qigong. He's a personal trainer. He works with the energy arts. Basically, he does stuff that it does the same kind of stuff that my meditations do for your mental, emotional well-being. He does it for the physical and the mental, emotional well-being. When you do his qigong classes, you can feel the energy moving between your hands, and you can start to learn how to manipulate it, how to center yourself when you're feeling stressed and tired and scared. You can regain your composure, and that's so important. Mindfulness work is so important, and he's one of the healers of the world. Definitely check him out and drop him a follow. Yeah, awesome to see you too, Kittens, man. It's so good to have you around. I know you've been super busy lately. I know you got a lot going on with work, and you had like the new gym and everything. So I get it. We get busy in life, and we can't always be streaming, right? It's just how it is. I had to take an 18-day break early last month, right? It's just how it goes sometimes. But whenever you do come around, I'm always happy to see you. Parmenides forever. Oh, the forever. I love it. Parmenides forever. Yeah, those of you who don't know, the name of my cat is Parmenides, named after my favorite philosopher Parmenides. And I like the forever, right? That's beautiful. I actually, you know what I did last night? I decided it was time to cut her nails. So you know, I trimmed her nails, and normally I typically just trim her front claws, but I decided to trim the back claws as well. And she didn't really appreciate me trimming the back claws. She was good for the front claws, but cats they're not always a fan of the back claw cutting. But we got through it. We got through it together, and then I played with her for like half an hour to basically reward her for being such an awesome creature. And it was good. It was a really loving exchange. You know, I like to. I'm a big fan of just like strategic like moves. Like I'll have the string come along in a way where she really has to work to get it. You know, I'm never going to make it easy for her. She's got to dive and jump and be agile and be smart and clever and quick and witty in order to get that string or whatever toy I'm playing with her with. You know, I'm not going to make it easy. It's like when I play my students in chess. You know, when I'm playing them in chess, I'll take off some pieces, right? I'll take off maybe my queen and both rooks, but I'm going to play them as hard as I possibly can. I'm going to play them like all the money in the world is on the line, you know, because that's how you learn. You learn by playing as hard as you can, and they'll see me playing as hard as I can, and they'll step up their game. It's important to do that, you know. Same with animals. You don't want your animal to be lazy. You know, you got to play with it and make sure it's full of life and vitality. Yes, keep her skills sharpen up. Yeah, right. You know, some people are just like, my cat can just lay under the bed all day, and they just like leave it there, and maybe it comes out and eats and goes to the bathroom, and then just like walks under the bed. I'm not gonna tolerate that. Not in my household. In my household, my cat is gonna be a warrior. She's gonna be ready. She actually, there was a mouse got in my place about a year and a half ago, and she actually hunted it down and was able to chase it and corner it under the pantry, and then I was able to get it from there. It was amazing. Her hunting skills they're on point, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we practice and we train. I keep her agile and ready to go and ready to move, and it was pretty awesome. All right. Well, anyways, enough about my cat. Let's do the raid, right? This is always a good part because we find someone who we want to support, and we send some love their way, and that's kind of what one important aspect of Twitch. A lot of people that don't stream don't realize how much streamers appreciate raids, but it's always a big deal to give someone a raid, and it's Friday night here. It's Friday night here in Central Time in Chicago, and yeah, we're gonna raid a phenomenal streamer. She's a musician. I love her stream. She's just a super talented DJ. Her name is Jadzia Dex. Some of you might know her. She's just absolutely a wonderful human being. You can feel the love and kindness radiating from her. And I just love rating her because she's just such a quality human. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I love every one of you unconditionally. And I am so happy that you shared this sacred space with me today. Thank you so much.